guys. Welcome to Socially Acceptable, the show that humanizes influence the LA way. I'm Miss Corrie Renee.
And I'm SB Preston again. Thank you guys for tuning in and being here with us. And thank you to our proud sponsors.
Yes, Califino, Dead Fresh Crew, Stuzy. We love you guys.
Happy Dads.
So
we appreciate you guys all. And we will be having some more.
Oh, yeah. I ain't even told you yet what's on the way. But just know it has the word pro in it. And we're just going to leave that alone.
Can I just...
No, okay. We gotta stay focused.
Damn. I was just about to sing an Ice Cube moment right now. we just gonna leave that alone now. We gonna leave that alone.
I like that.
But would you like me to go ahead and say my emoji first? Because
yes.
that one caught me off guard. She caught me off guard.
I did.
She definitely did.
Threw you for a loop.
All right. So mine is the star eye emoji, you know, because I just got to say I am very proud of the team I'm a part of and the individuals that we're coming into fruition of being with, especially the person that's here with us today.
Yeah, he's coming. We're gonna save him for a second.
But onto that notion and stuff, like I'm sitting with a star, I feel like a star. We making some star moves. Got the boy over here with the camera as well. You already know, humble. Shooting star right there, but that's my emoji for sure.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, my emoji is the like drenched crying. Like emoji.
Let me hear it.
But and normally everybody would be like, "Oh, Corrie, we like what is it now?" But this is happy tears.
Oh, we have ascended.
Happy. Yes, we have evolved. We are growing. Okay. It is just, over the last couple of days, like it's just been such an incredible and grateful, humbling experience that I've been a part of. And, this episode right now is really dear and near to my heart because this next person actually was extremely instrumental in everything that I've ever been able to do as it related to radio. So I finally got him in the building. We finally got him in the building.
Hey.
So this is a pretty special episode for me.
Nah, for us, living legend. That's what every time I see this individual, that's what I have to remind him of. There's not a lot of people that are fortunate to really tap in with the people that really give them the love and support and the devotion that we do.
Right.
But man, your voice has been ringing bells for way too long, and we got to let the audience know who the heck we got in store.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Corrie, do him the honor.
Allow me to introduce.
Give him that ultimate.
Power 106.
Yes.
935 KDAY.
Yes.
One half of the Goodfellas.
Yes.
Romeo!
Let's go! Blessings on blessings.
Let me just pause for a second and take this in, because this lets me know radio world, podcast world is going to be in great hands, because I had a chance to be a part of what's happening right now. So as y'all give me that, I'm giving you this, because I've seen a lot and I'm so proud. Like, I really am. I'm not going to stay in this lane because I don't want you to go there with me.
Romeo, who are you right now?
Who's cutting onions?
Hey,
who's cutting onions?
Wait, what?
Somebody cutting onions over here, man.
I ain't never had no introduction like that. I ain't never had no introduction like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you taught me well.
Man, say less.
And again, it's just to be in your presence, like hearing your voice is one thing, but actually seeing your work, being a part of the parade that you guys just did, like that was magical, that was amazing, and it was just one for LA.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
What's our X factor?
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the X factor of this episode is the power of pivot. Right?
Yeah.
Now, without further ado, your first love and passion was music. Can we talk about that first before we get into the pivoting into the radio industry?
Absolutely. Since the age of 5, I remember my mom put me in a talent show, and she's always said, "Baby, you're going to be a star," which is why I got the star on my neck, right? So since the age of 5, I thought I was that dude singing. So that's all I ever wanted to do. And that was my dream. And I was fortunate to have music on in St. Louis. When I went to college in Texas, I made it happen. So every city I planted my feet in, I was able to be successful in some form of fashion. But it was growth. Not knowing that through all those early years and being in the studio and getting the no's and denials, that God was preparing me for something even bigger than that.
Man.
Love music. Give me a microphone. You can't shut me up.
Listen.
But You know what I'm saying? That's how it started, and that's kind of like what got me to where I'm at today, because I wouldn't be in radio if it wasn't for me being in a studio session in the city of Carson with a man by the name of Mike Concepcion. People know him. People know that name.
Shout out.
And that jumps back to me living in Wilmington, my 7th apartment I moved in 1 year after coming to LA, sitting by the poolside, and I had to meet Sean Wan, who worked with Big Boy back in the day. His little nephew introduced me to Sean Wan, and he's like, "Oh, you niggas sing? Y'all sing? Not you niggas. Come on over to the studio." You know what I'm saying? And I went over there, and that's where Sean Wan had a conversation with me and was like, "Yo, I know you're recording records, but do you want to do radio?" "Man, no." He said, "But they paying $35 an hour." "Man, yeah."
Nigga, yeah.
Where I sign up for that right now.
In that case.
Right.
Okay. Wow.
There we go. And that's how it happened.
What I want to know is, as far as your musical aspiration goes, like, do you feel like that coincides with how you approach radio at all?
Absolutely. I still feel like it's a performance. People want something to be authentic when you pop the mic, just like you guys right here in the pocket, right? This is who you are. So I never try to be something I'm not on air. So I'm not trying to be that, "Hey, what's going on?" No, I'm going to give you me, but I can also, in the middle of giving you me, giving you some of what's part of me, that creates me.
Right.
Whether it's singing a little melody while singing a song, or whether it's like just freestyle over a record while we're in the mix. I don't take it too far because it's for the artist to have that moment. But I will jab you with it to let you know. Never scared.
I've seen it. Yes. I've seen
Never
it.
Scared.
Every single time when he decides to do it, people are blown away. And I'm just behind the phone, like recording, just giggling in my head, like, didn't see that coming.
That was not a part of that plan.
Not a part of the plan at all. So can you talk to us as far as, because your career is long.
Yeah.
Okay, like, to even be sitting here with you, and like, he doesn't really know this, but like, I grew up like listening to him.
Absolute.
Like,
the voice.
Like, the Goodfellas, like, this is Tito, like, top 4-4. Like, this is crazy, you know? And now to be able to call him a mentor and friend, like, yeah. So I say all that to say, like, can you take us back down memory lane a little bit on when and how you got started with the Goodfellas?
Well, once that conversation was had with Sean Wan, we went to a recording studio because we were recording, and we made a demo for every day part. Mornings, like we were doing a live broadcast at a McDonald's or somewhere. Afternoon, even to your late night. I mean, we did everything. Cause we don't want them to be
bases.
Like, they're probably great for mornings, but how would they be? No, we're going to give you every day shift. We pulled up in front of, right there on Olive and Frederick, in front of Power 106. It was in a yellow envelope. Me and my boy prayed on it, put some anointing oil on the package that my mama gave to me when I moved out here. We anointed that package, took it upstairs, dropped it off, left it in God's hands. He went back to Blockbuster because that was his first job at the time. I was trying to be out there just trying to make connections in the studio, even though I would work there sometime when I had to eat.
Come on.
So at the end of the day, 2 weeks later, we get a phone call. And it was such a blessing, pivotal moment, shall we say.
Yes.
Well, we pivoted up in here.
That's right, that's right.
They called and said, well, we already have the Baker Boys, so we already have a duo. But they told us we would be stupid to let you guys go and someone else get you. This is that time when you had the beat across the street. So there was another option. We could have built up with Theo and all that, Julio G and all that, talk about some heavy hitters. So in that moment, they said, we still want to bring you on, but you're just going to do weekends. Oh, we're cool. We're like, whatever. And that's how it started. So I remember being on the first couple of weeks, Big Pun comes by the station on the weekend. We were getting all the interviews. Run DMC and Jam Master Jay. That's right. We talking about Cash Money Records when Lil Wayne was like 12, 13, 14, sitting in the corner. He wasn't even the front runner. These were our first interviews in the first month. So these are things what God was saying when you step out on faith. Took you a year. You were eating McDonald's every day for a year. You were moving around. Now watch me show up and show out. And that's how it jumped off.
We got to dive more into that. Can you talk about the importance of perseverance?
Yeah.
Through the pivot, because a lot of people don't understand, like, you got to really be 10 toes down regardless on if it comes tomorrow or next year. So talk about that with us.
Well, again, I go back to like being performing since the age of 5 and through high school and all that. Like, you never know what you're going to get, what kind of audience you're going to have. So how do you make them receive you and accept you? So you got to stay ready. Shouts out to Sugar Free, right?
Right.
Because if you stay ready,
you ain't got to get ready.
Come on, man. You already know. So with that being said, when we were there doing part-time, we not know that the Baker Boys at the time were having contract issues. So there were certain things they wouldn't show up for, right? And I can have this conversation because I'm cool with them.
Yes, this is a safe space.
Right,
Safe
this
space.
is definitely a safe space, ladies and gentlemen.
Nick, Eric, love them. We still talk
We
today.
do.
We good.
Yes.
Tito 1059, he good. So anyway, they would be like, well, hey guys, we need you to do this red carpet event. Huh? They would just start, well, let's see how they do. So we're at the red carpet when Rush Hour comes out, the first one. We got this thing called the Big Ass Bus for Power 106 pull up. We out front, red carpet is packed. We got Jackie Chan singing on the red carpet.
What the heck?
What the hell?
Yeah, what was the song he sang in there? Was it a Al Green or I forgot which one he was trying to? For the symphony, I forgot what song
Love
it
and
was.
Happiness?
No.
It
We're
wasn't
gonna
Love and-
figure it out. It's gonna come back around. Somebody on the side remember, let me know. But
That's
he was
right.
singing that song, right? We had him singing on the red carpet. We had Chris Tucker cracking up. Came by the station after that because he had such a good time. So these were things that we felt like they were testing us. Even the first time we was on air, they're like, we're having our Christmas party. We'll be on the boat listening to you guys. And we were like, okay. Oh, by the way, you don't have a board out. So you got to figure that part out.
Damn.
But working in the studio prepared me for that. Having a celebrity in front of my face when you already grew up and your mama instilled in you, you're going to be that dude, prepared me for that. So I didn't look at you as someone on a platform. I respected you, but I knew how to make sure we were looking eye to eye and we made them feel comfortable. So, I mean, that's what helped us succeed early in the game.
That's a powerful pivot right there.
Powerful pivot.
Are we pivoting up in here?
Listen, that's all we learning about. Okay? So when it comes to the pivot, Romeo,
Yes.
have you ever doubted the pivot? And if so, like, how did you get yourself back focused on what you were doing?
I think early in the game, it wasn't so much a doubt. It was for a moment in my career, in my life, and even in my personal life, I wouldn't even say overwhelmed. I got lost because it's easy to get lost with success, right? With money, success, everybody come knocking on your door, everybody pulling on your shirt. It's easy to get lost in that. And sometimes I didn't so much lose who I was when it was coming to doing my job. But if your personal life doesn't balance out somewhere, if you don't have that, it's going to affect you. It's going to fuck you up. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And it was probably the best thing that happened to me at that time because it's probably why I'm still alive today because of that moment. So, but with that moment came, learning from that. And then all of a sudden, imagine being at the top of your game, being top 3 radio in the country.
Like, not playing.
Yeah.
Afternoon Drive. We were #1 for 14 books in a row as a station. You had Big Boy, you had us, you had Tito, you had, I think Felly Fella just got put on. I mean, so just our lineup was dumb. It's like the Dodgers right now, for real. You know what I'm saying? So imagine walking into the studio, and you think you're about to go ahead and sign a new deal with this phone company and go rock your mic. You got your headphones in the studio and your boss call in and say, you know what, we're going a different direction. And we're like, what? We're not going to renew your contract. Well, we already hear work. Can we go finish this last day? No, we got somebody going to do that. They'd already had Felly who did nights, had him coming in to do our shift. We didn't know that. We couldn't even go and get our headphones. They brought them to us. So imagine, and then at this point now, Big Boy will pull pranks. He's done it before.
Okay.
We're in the elevator driving home in our separate cars saying, they gonna call in a minute and be like, got
They
you.
just playing.
We got home. We're like, this is real. And that's the first time when it really just shook me and woke me up. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Dang.
It was tough. It's kind of hard to talk about because you can't imagine. It's like in flight and all of a sudden the lights go out, the power go off on the plane. You're like, what's about to happen? Yeah.
Did you ever have a moment that made you feel like walking away from it? And if you did, what did you do to still stay in it?
I don't think I ever did because, I grew up that failure is not an option.
Absolutely.
So even when you're in a certain situation, no matter what's going on around you, if you dedicated, you got to stay dedicated to your craft. There's going to be some time where you can get discouraged, you can get pissed. You may not like what's going on within that company or around you, but you are on a mission. You have a purpose in life. And my purpose, once God gave me that mic, was you're going to save lives. You're going to change lives. You're going to motivate people. You're going to inspire people. And they're going to learn even from your mistakes. But this is why I'm giving you a mic 6 days a week. Don't mess it up.
6 days a week. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't.
We got
miss
the other
that.
day, that's why. We got the other day.
Oh my gosh! Man.
Man.
So okay, Romeo, we're going, we're going, and then the pivot is like something that we're talking about right now. Like, what advice do you have for someone who's pivoting right now and doesn't really know how to create that transition?
I think for me, it's look in the mirror. What do you see? What do you want from that person you're looking at? What do you believe in? You may not have the same vision as someone else, but your vision can be just as big and just as powerful if you stick to it. We've all been told no 1,000 times, a million times. It's that one yes that changes your life. For a perfect example, we got told no from record deals all the way down the line, right? But then who knew at some point once we got in the radio, that shouts out to Jesse Collins, who did the BET, the Grammy Awards, all that. Hey man, I was on the radio with you guys. I know y'all like to sing and do jingles all the time. You want to do a jingle? So we turn around, we're doing this comic view on BET.
No, you wait.
Yeah.
6 nights a week.
That's why I say he's the voice.
Wait a
He's
minute.
the voice.
I've known Romeo for I don't know how long.
I don't know if she even knew that one.
And did never talked about it.
Yes.
Hey.
I got a lot of shit I probably don't talk about, probably should.
Hey.
What the hell?
Yes.
When you want to get
That jingle.
Come on.
Yes.
That bought my first.
Yeah.
That bought my
I
first
think I
real
just broke my
car.
phone.
Oh, she done broke her shit. Hold on. Time out.
Lord. Okay, we're good.
We good.
Jesus. Because I
Boy,
did
my
not have
first
the money.
Beamer with that one. Yeah.
Freaking comic view. I love that. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Did 2 seasons with that. And we did that in 30 minutes. My man said, how quick can you turn? We literally went to the studio and in 30 minutes we came up with that.
Okay.
Not knowing that BET was going to go ahead and roll with it, and it changed everything.
Damn.
But those are the things for pivoting, you have to be ready. When you get thrown that curveball, I could have been like, I'm in radio now, I don't think I'm ready for that. I'm prepared. No, like whatever your training process, whatever your intake is, from we learning from each other, you keep that in your pocket because you never know when you have to pull that one out.
Damn.
A lot of people in this moment would ask you, who are your musical influences? But I want to ask you, who are the business entrepreneurs that influence you to be one yourself?
That's a good question. I like that.
He likes that.
I do. When I think about business people, man, there's a few back home. Like, you got cats that don't leave the block. They scared to leave the block. But they take care of home for you, right? Man named Cedric Royston, like back home, like, he's not in this business, but he believed in me and he threw some money in my pocket when I needed, when I had nothing out here. But I watched how he ran his business and how you take care of people. So I admire him. What Jesse Collins turned into, he started on the radio, and then once he got in the TV side, who knows, he'll be doing a Super Bowl and the Grammys with Rock Nation and Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? But it's somebody I can call up on the phone. We can have conversations still today because relationships. So those are just a couple people where I look at it and be like, wow, like that's the blueprint. No pun intended, but that's the blueprint.
Can you talk a little bit more about relationships and how important it is, like, and how to go about it? Like, what's the best way, the safest way? Like,
well, for one, you want to build your brand, especially in today's time, right? So you gotta take care of self. But I think we're at a point with artists back in the day, there was always a middleman, whether it was a record label, the program director. So they would set the interview up, they would come in. It's more like work environment, right? It's not personal. They out. One thing I do love about social media, you can connect with your artists that way. Audience and your artists, right? You can build a relationship just on that. If you commented on Jermaine Dupri, comment on his page like, yo, I like that beat. He don't know who you are, but he sees the consistency of you tapping in and supporting. Now he's DMing you and he's hitting you back. You know what I'm saying? So now you build it that way as well, because you don't have to necessarily be hanging out, popping a bottle with somebody, get caught up in a situation trying to get in where you fit in. It can be built that way. And then it's just more organic. And that's how I build all these relationships, man. That's what I recommend to anyone, definitely.
Okay, devil's advocate now. How important is it to pivot away from unhealthy relationships that you come across?
That's an easier call right there. I mean, you got to know. You got to know when to walk out on a situation. Sometimes it may hurt your best friend's feeling or family members' feeling, but you got to know what's best for you and your family and for your future. And if you're in the game long enough, you see it coming. Because sometimes we see it coming, we still like, but maybe,
right?
We could fix it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't have time for that, especially in today, because it's so crucial, man. Everything is visual. Everybody can see what's going on. So you have to be on point when it comes to that. You got to be able to cut the emotions out of the business side of it. And sometimes people just don't know how to do that, and you get stuck there. Don't get stuck on stupid.
That's a bar.
Don't let stupidity be your cement blocks.
Oh, I like that. Okay, Press.
Press is an intellectual.
I'm just doing.
Okay.
I'm just doing. You know,
pull that one out.
Some
Okay.
layers coming back.
Crazy.
Layers coming
Okay.
back. Man, Romeo, you've been dropping gems. You've been
Listen.
dropping a lot. But brother,
Yeah.
I need you to just keep it P with me.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So it's an amazing segment where we allow you to pick one of the three: passion, pleasure, or pain, and then we have something for you to, you know, keep it P with us about.
Pain.
Pain.
Oh,
Ooh. You are literally the first person that picked pain.
I think so.
I want to say, yeah.
Dang.
Okay.
And for me, like, this is his home. This is
Right.
home.
Oh wow, yeah. I see it. I
Like-
see it.
Major. Like, I got a niece who got a video up that's like, there's a t-shirt like, oh, who's that? Uncle Preston? Oh, that's Kobe Bryant. So for me, like, could you tell me, like, the pain that you feel from this amazing individual no longer being with us?
One of the few times I was blessed to meet him, when this was Foxman Hills Mall down the street, he did an in-store. I got a chance to rock the mic and host that with him. That day, I had just flown in from doing a show in Reno. So I flew in. We saw the weather. We saw the overcast. And I get home, and my son's come like, hey, see me getting emotional again? It's like, hey, something happened to Kobe. I'm like, man, stop playing. So, everybody did it. Every channel has to confirm this. Fuck that. If I see one network talking about it, I don't believe it.
Right.
If I see it on my phone, I know it's probably true, but damn it, I've never had so many grown men call me crying that day. Because when we talk about Mamba mentality, we talk about what this dude did for the city, the adversity, what he came over with that bullshit in Denver and all that. Like, you know, he didn't rebrand himself. He fought through it and pushed through it. And that's what you have to do in life, right? He was there. He took care of his family. But what he did on the court, I mean, I was honored to sing the national anthem for the Lakers, and Shaq dapped me up high, and I walked past, and Kobe sitting on the bench, and he said, hey, good job, Romeo. Done.
What is
know what's-
happening?
And the fact that he said my fucking name, and because I just did an in-store with him, I was standing next to this great, amazing person. So when I feel like the world, not just us, not just this city,
Right.
the world lost something very, very special that will never be replaced. That's why I hate when they be like, oh, who's the greatest? Is it Kobe? Is it LeBron? Is it Michael Jordan? Everybody's going to have their own opinion, but his impact, say less.
Second to none.
That part. What?
I'm just learning so much about you today.
And one of
And
the-
I'm like,
One of the greatest pivots we ever seen, from basketball to being the girl dad and promoting the women's side of the NBA.
Yes.
So
oh my
again,
gosh.
from a fellow pivoter, you already know.
Yeah.
Rate him. What's your rating of his pivot from 1 to 10?
Oh, 10.
Why?
Why? Because, you know, for someone who has accomplished so much, what else did he really have to prove? But I felt like he did it not just for himself, not just for the path to make that way for his family, for his daughters to understand, like, look, no matter how successful you are in life, how much money we got, you wake up and you put in the work. I've been doing this game for over 20 years. I wake up with the approach the same way. People tell you I get my job almost 2 hours before I got popped the mic because I want to be ready, because I'm not going to cheat my city that puts me on. Not doing that. So that's why.
This is, I gotta say this is the most impactful episode.
Listen, we got Ken just like so feeling this, and we've had phenomenal episodes, you know. But what's happening right now? It's hitting just like a little bit different.
Somebody's cutting onions again.
Man,
Pressy got you.
Yeah.
UCLA Pavilion, we were there that day, man, for Laker Media Day. And he was just so humble, man. I got a picture similar to that with LeBron with his rookie year at the Staples Center. And I got love for LeBron too, but this dude right here, can't compare to that.
Oh, good. Oh my gosh. Press is crying. Like,
He-
you know, you just had to come in here and just start fucking shit up, huh? That's how you
because-
feel?
Damn, they got me now too.
Hey,
They got
Like,
you, but they got me now too.
yeah. I figured it out, and I was like, don't look at him. So if you look at him, that's when the tears start
who the hell am
falling.
I, Prince now?
Like,
Don't look that nigga in the eyes.
Don't look him in the eyes.
What are we? I'm
Wow,
trying.
you're too phenomenal. You're too
trying to lighten it- I'm
impactful
trying
in
to
this
lighten it
small
up.
space for us.
Appreciate
Okay,
it.
Dearly beloved.
it ain't
What are
that
we
small,
doing,
but it's
man?
small for me. Like, I just can't right now with you.
Man, it's This is real shit, man.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Press?
Man, I appreciate the moment. Appreciate you being here.
Man, easy call for me to be here. It's overdue, but I was excited and couldn't wait to get here. One, because when I met you at the parade, I was just like that's when we met, man. I was just like, you got a good dude. Did I not tell you that?
Yes.
Because I go on energy. That's how I fuck with people, on energy. I should tell chicks back now, I don't care how bad you are, whatever. You could be a 6, but if I'm feeling you, I'm fucking with you on some level. And when I saw you out there, I knew what it was, just your whole, or everything about you. And then, I mean, I've seen her journey, priceless. And now I'm sitting over here. I'm receiving this. I know where you were. And I'm not trying to turn this interview around, but let's talk about it. Come on now.
Let's get both of us on, with the waterworks.
Somebody give me a tissue, please. I already feel it coming. Great.
I've seen your struggle with Black women in radio, not having that opportunity, but she never gave up. We had our days where I felt like she may have wanted to, but she never did, man. She'll fight her. She'll keep fighting. You've earned everything you got. Now look at your platform, bro. Like, this lets me know what I was doing, and the fact y'all heard me in them early days prepared y'all for this moment. So I'm good. I did good. I did all right. I'm part of this.
Right or wrong, I got your back. You
Oh my
know.
gosh, thank you.
already
Because
know.
I'll be wrong a lot of
And
times. Strong and
right
wrong a
or
lot of
wrong,
time.
Corrie
I got her
wrong.
back.
Okay. And he's like, it's okay, what we about to do next?
Hey, we're going to figure it out.
Oh,
It don't
man.
even matter.
Thank you. Rome, thank you so much. And I just
Man, we are
appreciate you being here.
super duper
I
caught.
know, we are supposed to be professional and we're
so
like some
caught.
big ass biatches, okay?
Yeah.
But it's cool. We're
Yeah.
going to keep it rolling.
You got us caught up, so go ahead. Corey.
Okay, I think it's time to get caught up in the comments with me, Miss Corrie Renee. I've done some digging.
Okay.
Okay. And this is you with Red Man.
Yeah.
And what's 935 KDAY Power 106? This is
Yeah.
Crush Grove.
Yes, it
okay.
is.
Our comment here is from Michelle online. She gives all the fire emojis. Can you talk to us a little bit about this picture?
Red Man, like, fucking so dope on the mic, but he's funny as hell. So, like, again, we're getting the opportunity to hang with these people, right? We're getting a chance to show our listeners and those who lean on us every day, like, this part of the life. And, like, what you're seeing here is just, it's very genuine. Like, he's a dude that, like, he's funny. He likes to joke. He gets on stage and he kills it, but he's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
He's a legend. And when they come back in town, they're going to rip it up again. So I was just happy to have that moment. I haven't had many moments with Red Man, but every time I have, they've been spot on.
Man, I love that. I remember having a moment with Redman too when we was like, he was in studio and like he doesn't just like come interview and leave.
No.
Like he files, like he puts himself in the moment.
He's
like
a whole vibe.
He's a whole vibe. Like he was kicking it. I was like going to get some water from the kitchen and he was like warming up some food and I was just like, so you're my coworker now? Like what are we doing?
And plus best MTV Cribs episode.
ever!
Fuck you never.
He's in my mind before I can even say what I'm
My
gonna say.
bad.
Hands
I'll put it-
down,
Come on,
the
dog.
best episode.
Come on
still
now.
to this date. Still to
Come
this
That's how
date.
most rappers really be living.
Right, and don't want to tell you the truth.
Right.
Okay,
They
you better
don't.
come to my apartment.
They don't.
That is
Period.
funny. Yeah, man, real talk.
Oh my gosh. So if we turn our attention to my corner pocket here of the decor, you will see my crush groove all
Yes.
access pass over the years. Can you just talk to us about Crush Groove period and what to expect this year? What we about to get into, Rome?
Well, when you think about what Crush Groove is to the city, it's one of the biggest hip hop shows to come to the city.
Absolutely.
You know, we do it every year. I'm excited, of course. We got Game, all 5 members of Bone Thugs and Harmony. Met them in Merit Man, one of the best shows on stage.
Absolutely.
Like you put them in Buster on stage, like if that was a battle right there within itself, the energy they bring. So I'm excited about it because one, we know we're gonna get our core listeners out every year. They never miss it. It's just like an anniversary or a birthday for them. They're like, oh, what Crush Groove? Oh, we may not get our tickets at last minute. We're gonna get them up.
Right? We may get them last
we in
minute,
there.
but we gonna get them.
We got more walk-ups
Listen.
at that concert than any. You know what I'm
That
saying?
is so our audience.
But we respect that because they got family,
Heck
they got bills to pay.
Absolutely.
But they pull up and they always have a good time. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, it's always a pleasure to have you out there on stage. It's seeing you in your element as well. So it's gonna be a good look.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and I have a question because you guys both have, been able to experience this. What's you guys' most memorable moment
Oh man. He's up here. I would say when Romeo allowed me to go on with him and introduce Mac 10.
Oh.
That was last year. I was just like when you, from our perspective, like the stadium is huge. And everybody, when you just look up and you see like there's no empty seats and it's just everybody like all eyes on you, it could really, be intimidating.
Yeah.
And then as far as like our mentorship relationship, he's like, listen, like he holds on, like he's held on to me for so long, and like I've been like, a little bit dependent on it in a lot of ways. But that day, he gave it to me straight. He was like, go kill it. Go do it. And I was like, well, what if he said, that's on you? I was like,
what if he ain't ready? You'll figure it out.
Right.
You'll find out. You have your wings.
Yes.
Go fly.
And I think that was like the push that I needed. And
Crushed
I was
it.
like,
pun intended. You crushed it.
Thank you. And once you hear like that roar, like from everybody feeling you, couldn't nobody tell me nothing that day. I was like,
yeah. Oh, that's what it is.
Oh my gosh. So it's going to be great. You guys be sure to tune in. April 19th at the Kia Forum. You guys get your tickets at AXS.com, Ticketmaster.com. Like, it's going up, right?
It's definitely going up. And I mean, whether it's 7,000, 25,000 people, it's like when you look at them, you have them in the palm of your hand. So you just take advantage of that moment. Because they're going to like, yo, did you hear how she brought him out or what she had on or whatever? They take that and they live with that. So you did your thing, though.
Hey, you're just going to be adding on top of that.
So who are you most excited to see this Crush Groove?
Well, shouts out to Baby Bash, because he wants me to go on stage with him. So I'm going to do Baby I'm Back with him. From that.
I'm about to just break my
damn
phone
like you almost did here? You already got the green light that
Mr.
you're going to be performing
I got
with
I
Baby
got the text in the
Bash
phone. He said, you rolling out with me?
at Crush Groove 2025?
That's my guy. So we're going to do that. And I mean, crazy when I talked to him there in Houston. They're working on a new album. We all saw that. It was all on social media. So they may drop some new stuff. They'll probably stop by the station beforehand. So obviously Bone Thugs and Harmony, like West Coast took them in. Like, yes, we are adopting you. I don't care if you're from Cleveland or not.
That's right.
Easy East Side, you repping that West, we got you. That's right. So the lineup's going to be dope, man. So I'm excited about everybody.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Listen.
So is there any, I guess, funny moments backstage that you guys can talk about with any of the artists?
Sugar Free is always entertaining.
What up, Sugar?
Yeah, because, depending on the mood, the vibe, it's going to be always going to be adventurous. I would tell you that.
Yes.
I think it's dope because when Warren G's backstage, you'll know where his room is because it's always smoke coming out the room. The doors is open. He got his own speakers up in there and he banging out some of the dopest fucking ODs ever. But that's how he get ready for the show. Gotcha. So that's always dope seeing that moment as well. And I mean, it's like seeing all the artists in the hallway. If you're back there, they know you're supposed to be there. So everybody's at ease. Everybody's chill. But for the most people, if they think it's all wild and out back there, no, that ain't really happening. I mean, those days are over for our group of talent we bring to the stage. It's about going back there having a good time.
I heard that. Who has had the biggest entourage that you've seen backstage?
Cube was deep one time. Ice Cube came in deep.
Okay.
Because we was about to introduce him. Mr. Q was like, ain't no more room. Y'all got to get off stage. I was like, well, can I at least?
Dang.
Introduce
Let me get by you. Hold on.
He came in deep one time. Quick at Novo one time.
Okay.
Was deep. You
Shout
know
out to
how
Big
Quick
Homie Quick.
rolls.
Shout out to Quick.
Yeah.
Everybody want to
know.
come pitch in on a party with Quick. Come on, man.
Yeah.
But you fuck around, be hanging out. Damn, that's Quick got his whole entourage. Wait a minute. Is that Jesse Johnson? Oh, wait a minute.
Legend.
Is that John B?
Yep.
Wait a minute. Yeah,
John
everybody
B.
and mama
Love
back there with him.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That.
Yeah,
oh my
I'm
gosh.
definitely going to have to pitch on in on that party.
I mean, we going to get you in. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get socially acceptable in the building some kind of way.
We got to bring him in
We in
April
there.
when we do Quick out at Gardena Amp. We got to make sure you come out.
Absolutely.
Look at you.
Absolutely.
I'm pressing you to pull up.
Absolutely. For me, from
Pun
where
intended.
as you can see from where I'm from,
Yeah?
there is no press. SB Press will be there.
I like that.
I'll be there.
Love that.
I'll be there.
Done.
I'll definitely be there.
Oh my gosh. So we are in the log out phase. We are about to log out, okay? And every time we log out, we go back to Socially Acceptable. You guys be sure to follow us on Instagram, Socially Acceptable.
That's right.
And we basically answer questions from the previous episode.
Okay.
So shout out to Miss Thang 12345.
Oh, she counted all the way.
Okay. She basically wanted to know about our last episode, which was Mike Norris. The muralist who did They Not Like Us in Compton and has done so many like across, LA.
Every time somebody says Compton, I just do this.
She wanted to know how can basically they reach out to him. So all you have to do is follow him at Mike Norris, and he is definitely going to make sure you guys know what's going on with him, what time and where and how, because he's always doing charitable events. He's interactive with everybody that he associates himself with. So be sure to hit him up at Mike Norris on Instagram.
One solid brother with a solid message, for sure.
Our last question.
All right.
What message do you want to send to the world with your journey?
Again, failure is not an option. And what I mean by that is you're going to run into certain situations in your life where it's going to make you feel like maybe this is not for me. You're going to question. You will be questioned. But just understand is that question is to make you better. It's to see how much you really want it. And a quick message on that, when I couldn't get back in radio in LA, I prayed. That's what got me out here. I'll tell y'all that. I came out here and I went to a studio session. Give me 30 seconds. I'm going to give you the short story. Is that cool?
No, absolutely. This is your time.
I came out here because
I got 30 to that.
Because it's part of my job to give a testimony.
Come on.
My dude was doing studio work in Santa Monica, Westlake. I went and showed up. You had LL, you had En Vogue. Yeah. I said, what the fuck is going on, dog? He said, this is what I do every day. When you gonna get out here? So I went to my friend's house, went in the back room, and I prayed. This prayer my mom always gave me. Said it 3 times in a row. I seen a falling star. Said, God, that ain't it. After that, the room got like it was 20 below. I cried like a baby for 30 minutes. No one up front heard me. Cried like a baby. And when God came and showed me, he said, if you're going to go now. Now, mind you, back home, we just dropped out of college because I told my mom, I don't want the full ride scholarship. I want to be a star. My mom supported me. She could have been like, nigga, you the only one in college. This family going to college. Get your ass in them books. Mm-hmm. But she believed in me. She said I was a star. Went home, packed up, came out here. 30 days later, took me a year. You see where I'm at. It turned into 20. In the middle of all that, when I couldn't get back giving radio, once I got let go from Power 106, God again told me to go home. I left my kid for 10 months. Left him. He was only 1.5 years old. But God said, move. When God tell you to move, you move. You're going to have to sacrifice. I went home. When I was at home, performing with a band, I had an anxiety attack. Driving down the street, had to find an ambulance because I thought I was having a heart attack because I wasn't with my family. Did that. While I'm performing, I'm rocking the mic between sets for the band. Some guy from Radio 1, you do radio? I was scared to tell him, yeah, because I just got let go from one a few years ago. I didn't want him to dig up my past because I didn't know why they said they fired me to begin with, which come to find out, there's no reason. Put me on in St. Louis. 4 months later, iHeart wants to hire me in 4 different stations. I call out here, ask the guy named AD, Adrian Scott, salute to you, my brother. Can you be a reference man? Because I can't get back in radio in LA. He said, fuck that, your family in LA. He made a phone call, got me hired at KDAY. Been there for 10 years.
And counting.
And counting, amen to that. Because when God said move, as much as I didn't want to, you seen what I had to leave behind. I moved. Listen, he talking to all of us. We're going to run into a situation where we want to give up, throw in the towel, feel like it's over. It ain't over till you say it's over. It ain't over, and you're living proof to that. You had a lot of time where the doors got closed on you. I've seen your tears. I've seen your frustration. Shit, look at y'all now. We can drop the mic right here.
Boom.
It don't even matter. We everywhere.
Boom. Kapow.
We felt everything.
Period.
I just had to share that with y'all. That's the last one I had to get out because it's my duty to do that.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, our producer extraordinaire, everything to us here at
Super
Socially
duper
Acceptable.
producer.
He's just like ecstatic because of everything that has happened. So since you want to go ahead and talk about mama, let me go ahead and give you your flowers.
Oh, man.
Please do.
Thank you for so much that you have done for me, not only professionally, but personally. Yes, there's been so many times that I just was like, I'm done. I don't need it. You can keep it. Like, if this is the game, I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been there. You've held my hand. You've walked me through so many situations. And I love you. Okay, we gotta go before I just completely don't get to finish the show. So, Romeo,
Yes.
Where can we find you?
You want to find me?
Hey.
Romeo on your radio on my IG. You know, I got to bring it back, make it right.
That's right.
And you can also find me at 935 KDAY Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. because it goes down in the a.m. with your boy, Romeo on the radio. Tap in with me.
There it is, you guys. Thank you for watching Socially Acceptable. See you next time.
Boom.